Hi, I'm Kenyon from Little Giant Ladders. Welcome to the family. Congratulations on your purchase of your new Quantum. This is literally the culmination of 43 years of experience making our ladder more comfortable, easier to use, even safer. And we'd like to show you exactly how to get the most use out of your brand new Quantum ladder. If you think about, there are only two things to make this ladder operate. The first is the hinge. Squeeze those in with the palm of your hand. And we've made it easy enough that this only locks in 3 positions. So here's stored, again in the A-frame, and then again as an extension ladder. The only other thing that you'll need to remember about your new Quantum ladder is how to make it taller, and that we go to the rapid locks. These brand new rapid locks unlock with just 1/4 of a turn. You'll do both sides, left and right, and then easy enough, lean it to the side and let those legs grow to the length or the height that you want the ladder to be. These are 12 inches apart. Depending on what model Quantum you purchased, you can go as high as you need to. Pay attention to this last locking position there, and then make sure that those are fully seated. They are spring assisted for your convenience, but make sure that those are fully seated before you climb the ladder. Unlock those rapid locks over here on this side, and then just hand over hand, bring it to the position that you need and lock those rapid locks into place. I always get into the habit of pulling that nice and tight before I climb it. 300-pound capacity. Remember that this is double-sided, so it really is 300 pounds on each side at the same time if there's a project that you need 2 people to be on. One of the great things about the new Quantum ladder is an accessory, if you purchase this, called the Quantum Step. It has 2 positions with new mini rapid locks. We turn those 1/4 of a turn and extend that to its inside position, making sure that these pins are fully seated. It can be used on the inside to give you an even more comfortable experience. You can set it here, you can set it here. Of course, I could turn it around and I could use it over here on the other side of the ladder. 300-pound capacity gives you a much more comfortable place to stand instead of just a rung. But if you're going to be using it all the way up here, we'd recommend that you use the new Air Deck accessory. This is also a place for you to put your tools, paint, loose nuts and bolts, hammers, screwdrivers, putty knives can be up here. But it's also for safety. As we go up here higher on the ladder, we want to lock this into place, and then I can utilize just about every rung that's on the Quantum ladder. So here you've got a lot going on because it not only gives you a place to put your tools, your paint, your screwdrivers, etc., but then you have the safety of a safety handrail, and then you have a lot of comfort and balance because of the Quantum Step. So it changes the experience that you've had on ladders before. Come on down and you can utilize the Air Deck as you need. I'm going to fold that out of the way. We realize that about 20–25% of what we do on ladders is over the head, so smoke detectors, light bulbs, painting a ceiling, or even a ceiling fan would be over the head. But we also realize that the other 75–80% of what we do on a ladder is sideways. If you can imagine, a wall or a window would be here. So we made the Quantum Step adjustable so that by the turn of those rapid locks, remember just 1/4 of a turn, we could set that down to its next setting. We call this the outside setting, and make sure those are fully seated, and you could put this on any rung, right? Slide that in so it's out of your way, and then you just simply step on top of it on your way above it, and with your weight up here, slide that out with the bottom of your foot, and it allows you to turn 90 degrees or even 180 degrees to accomplish tasks that you normally couldn't do on a step ladder. Also a lot more comfortable than standing on a rung. To get down, step above, slide it in with your foot, and step right on top of it, making sure that you reach every rung on the way down. So that Quantum Step, very versatile, not only on the inside like we show you, on the outside like we show you, but if you can picture, that's also useful on the extension ladder, exactly the same way on the inside or the outside. The step ladder is also adjustable with the adjustable legs, the rapid locks. If I needed to bring this down just 1 rung, This accomplishes tasks inside the corner of a room. So now I can climb up this side and it brings me square so I'm next to a wall or a window safely. Again, make sure that that's at a positive angle, at least 90 degrees or greater. Bring that down to other rungs as I need to work on hillsides, the slope of a yard, staircases. Probably the biggest reason people have bought Little Giant ladders for 43 years. You can imagine if I had the Quantum step installed, the air deck, and putting that right in the middle of a staircase to paint walls or light bulbs right in the middle of a stairwell. We can remove this accessory when we don't need it. One of the things that I like about the Quantum is that these accessories are just as versatile as the ladder. We can remove them, we can use them when we need to. We're going to show the scaffolding position. Again, you'll notice that these legs are independent, so if I slid this until it slides all the way off, put this over here, do the same thing on this side. Quarter of a turn with the rapid locks, lean this to the side, and these legs will slide until they come all the way off. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's all hinged together, riveted in place. There's one 4-foot trestle. And then we do the same thing on this side with your included trestle brackets. Notice what I'm doing here. Putting these in place, make sure that this tab right here is on the outside of this extrusion. You'll do that on both the left and the right. And with a quarter of a turn, make sure that those rapid locks are fully seated. And then we'll match that up and connect that to the other side. Making sure that that tab is on the outside of that extrusion, and then with a quarter of a turn, make sure that those rapid locks are completely seated. And then we're ready for either a 2x12 piece of wood, a great time to purchase one of our Little Giant planks, so that'll complete the whole scaffolding system. This particular one stretches from 6 feet out to 9 feet long, and then we make others that are 8 to 13 feet, and the really big one stretches from 10 feet stored out to 16 feet long. This would be a great way to paint walls, even trim hedges, bigger windows in one shot. But similar to what we've done, you could use the air deck here, and with the optional fuel tank, you could put tools, paint, even soapy water for your bigger windows that way. That's how we would complete the scaffolding setup. And to put it back together, we just do exactly the opposite of what we've shown you. Unlock those rapid locks, slide that apart. Put those trestle brackets in a safe place. And then reassemble the Quantum. As we reassemble the ladder, just slide these sleeves or the outer sections back on. Rotate those rapid locks, making sure that they're fully seated, and do the same thing on the other side. If you did this with a Model 22, the scaffolding feature would give you 2 5-foot trestles, and the Model 26 would make into 2 6-foot trestles. Slide the ladder back together and rotate those rapid locks, making sure that they're fully seated, and then you're back to its storage position. Rotate these hinges one more time. We'd recommend that you do this either in your yard or the driveway, making sure that you have enough space here. And extend it to its full extension position, or just as much of the extension ladder that you need. Slide it out and rotate these rapid locks until they're fully seated into any one of these 1-foot intervals. Do the same thing here on this side, and extend it to the length that you need. Always make sure that the wheels are going to be on the top of the extension ladder. So we'll grab this. The benefit that you're going to have at home is that you'll have a wall, a rock, a ledge, or part of a building that you're going to rest the bottom of the ladder against. And then hand over hand, you'll raise this up to its desired position. Lean this up against your wall or even your home, and now you have its full extension as an extension ladder. Again, the wide base, the rubber feet, and you have that on both ends, which makes the ladder even safer and more stable for you to climb on. You'll reverse the process when you're ready to bring it down. Set the ladder down at the foot of a building or against the foundation of your home and just walk it hand over hand backwards. Turn the ladder over, and then we're ready to slide it back to its storage position. Reverse the process that we did before. Rapid locks. Same thing over here on this side. And then we'll go to the hinges, unlocking those. So really we've offered quite a bit of versatility and safety, comfort that we've never done on ladders before. And here you have it all together in one Quantum Little Giant product. Again, we welcome you to the family and hope you use it safely, get quite a bit done around the house. If you purchased your Quantum with optional ratchet levelers, they're pretty easy to operate and makes your ladder even that much safer. When you get on unlevel ground, just deploy those ratchet legs by stepping on and adjusting that leg to be exactly the length that you need to. You have 8.5 inches on the right, and then you have another 8.5 inches over here on the left. When you're ready to put it back in its storage position or need to adjust the length or the height of your unlevel ground, just pull this D-ring straight out to the side, and that will shrink back up into its storage position. Keep in touch with us. That QR code that you've scanned will be updated on a regular basis so that new content and new products will be posted there. Thanks again.